Welcome back to the Midweek Update.
Hey MEPA, welcome back to this week's Midweek Update.
Today, let's see how district-wide orchestra has gone so far and get an update on spring sports.
This and more as we take a look at what's going on this week on Midweek Update. I'm Haley Hepworth.
And I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and welcome back to the Midweek Update, the B&B show that brings you closer to the people and places in and around the Mepham community.
How have the first few days been back from break?
It's a little hard to get up early in the morning, but I'm glad we're back in person.
Right. We're coming up on a year since the pandemic started, and it's nice to see that we've been following safety guidelines to prevent what happened last spring from happening again.
With vaccinations being distributed, hopefully we can fully be normal soon. B&B's Morgan Hafke was able to look at the process and how it's gone and people's opinions about it.
After COVID-19 has been a scourge on our everyday lives for nearly a year now, a new vaccine has been released, giving some people hope and others suspicion.
The fact that this vaccine was made so fast. And I know science has really, advanced, but I don't think they know the short and long-term effects, not all of them anyway.
People are fairly hesitant about vaccines, kind of in general, but mostly this COVID vaccine. They're very hesitant to get it.
Though some may be hesitant towards this new vaccine, many will assure you that it is not only completely safe, but completely necessary.
I understand that, this is new and there's a lot of uncertainty in general, but I think if we all become vaccinated and we can help each other out by doing that. I think it's important because we as a community collectively can do something to eradicate or strongly reduce the COVID-19 virus and its effect on people.
So the vaccine gives your cells the messenger RNA from the COVID-19 virus. And so it makes the body recognize that, and it creates a protein that gloms on to the outside of the COVID virus, and it keeps it from being able to replicate. So therefore you don't get the disease, or if you get it, you don't get very sick.
Together, we can finally put an end to COVID-19. All it takes is a little shot.
I hope that if enough people get vaccinated, we can help reduce, obviously, the amount of positive COVID results and help our healthcare system, and for those people who are not able to get vaccinated because of their immune system possibly, we can help protect them in the process.
From B&B, I'm Morgan Hafke.
Thanks, Morgan. It's really important for people to get their vaccines when they're able to, so we can finally end the pandemic. Like I said before, it's been almost a year and we should be taking steps to get back to normal as safely as possible.
And speaking of that, Governor Cuomo has designated March 14th as a remembrance of 1 year of COVID-19. B&B has been putting together a special project that we will air on that day, taking a look back at the past year.
And right now we can take a sneak peek at the recap to see what we can expect next month.
Have a great day, MEPA. I'm Haley Hepworth. And I'm Riley Freed. And we'll see you next midweek.
It's almost time. Next week, B&B will be competing in the STN competition in DC. We will be competing in all different kinds of events and competitions. And next week's morning announcements will be coming straight from DC.
So stay tuned.
The rate of infection is going up. It is spiking. The apex is higher than we thought, and the apex is sooner than we thought.
Welcome to the B&B Coronavirus Shutdown Update.
Hi, I'm Eva Scheffler, and this is your B&B Coronavirus Report for Friday, March 20th.
We remain deeply concerned about New York City and the New York metro area.
We just found out that school will be closed until April 20th, which is a significant change from the date prior being April 1st.
And I'm giving you a report for your coronavirus shutdown for Tuesday, March 24th. And this is the 7th day that we've missed classes.
The rate of increase has gone up.
The workload, I have to say, has been pretty heavy, and every day it just seems like I'm getting more work piled on top of more work.
When I woke up, I checked my phone and saw about 50 different Google Classroom assignments to do.
I think we all kind of thought we'd be out for 2 days, they'd clean the building, and we'd be back.
So when is it over? It's not going to be over like that. It's not going to be we flick a switch and everybody comes out of their house and gets in their car and waves and hugs each other, and the economy all starts up.
You can look at a date, but you got to be very flexible and on a literally day-by-day and week-by-week basis.
The world of sports is just another victim in the domino effect we are seeing from the sweeping coronavirus pandemic. In just a matter of days, leagues from around the world have been shutting down, canceling seasons, and banning fans. This week, the damage of the U.S. sports world has been hit and hit hard.
And what we don't have right now, that we really do need, is we need to know what's going on in those areas of the country where there isn't an obvious outbreak.
But the real thing is coronavirus is really taking over.
I just don't see a whole lot of business transactions going on around here.
And I remember getting so worried, and I showed my science teacher at the time, and I was like, look at this virus. And he was like, don't worry about that. It's gonna die out by the time it comes overseas.
Don't take anything for granted.
I do not take walks outside. I refuse to go outside because I'm scared of getting it.
I remember getting on the plane and sitting next to this couple who took out every kind of Clorox, disinfectant, wipe, cleaner. They cleaned everything. They were wearing 2 different masks. I legitimately thought they were from they were pandemic survivors from some outbreak movie. I couldn't believe that a month later we'd be doing the exact same thing in Bellmore Merrick.
Don't forget to tune in on March 14th to see the full video. But in the meantime, efforts to hold certain extracurricular activities in the district continue.
These include the orchestra programs at each high school, but with a twist. They have joined up to create a district-wide program. Our friends over at Cougar TV at JFK, along with B&B's Alisa Romandetto, took a look at how this special program has worked so far.
Senior year is a time in every student's life that they look forward to. Finally getting out of high school, getting to drive places, and maybe even moving away from home for college are all things students experience within their senior year. Normally. Due to COVID-19, life has been very different for most, including Bellmore Merrick's high school orchestras.
To be honest, I didn't even think I would be playing an instrument this year. I think the music department has done such an amazing job at giving us this opportunity to actually be able to play music together and just expand and meet more people.
It's very different teaching separated 6 feet apart than everyone close together, because it's really hard to hear each other playing in orchestra. So there have been certain things I've had to learn how to adapt, and the students have had to learn how to adapt. But I would have to say overall, I'm just very happy that we're playing, we're doing music, and students are back and having fun.
Coming together during this time brings a sense of unity to the community. The groups were brought together by the directors of the orchestras. But how exactly did that happen?
So I'm the orchestra director for 2 out of the 3 high schools, and normally the chamber orchestra, we have virtual performances. I put together virtual orchestras for them throughout the year so far with COVID, and I was like, you know what, it'd be so cool to have all 3 high schools together. And so I reached out to the high school orchestra teacher over at Kennedy. He was completely on board. We did Zoom calls with the orchestras combined on a remote day. It was really cool, and the students actually voted on the piece.
The performance was a success. Being able to come together to produce this concert brought smiles to a lot of faces.
It's fun on the students' part. It's stressful for your teacher, but the end goal and the end product is really nice, so it's really exciting to listen to. So it was really worth it.
I hope next year that once the pandemic has calmed down a little, that there will be more in-person live concerts and maybe not so social distance, and maybe if it's possible, a overnight or one-day trip at the end of the year for them.
We all hope for next year to be better, of course, so don't forget to wash your hands. For B&B, I'm Alisa Romandetto.
Thanks, Alisa. It's nice to see that these students have been continuing to participate in orchestra this year.
Right, and this is a great way to do it, while also bringing the district together. Another activity that has been trying to continue is sports. B&B's Connor Ward has the latest updates.
The abridged winter season enters its final week with both highs and lows. On the plus side of the ledger, both of our varsity basketball teams entered the final week of play with identical 4-1 records. Both varsities closed out the shortened schedule with games this week against Calhoun, Great Neck South, and Garden City. The players have been very happy to be able to get back on the court, even if only for the 8-game season.
I mean, well, it's good to be back out here. Even though it's only an 8-game season, it's good to get back out here one last time with my friends. Even though it's only an 8-game season, we're still just going to try to make the most of it and just have some fun.
On the downside, positive COVID tests and contact tracing has led to the premature end to the wrestling and boys JV basketball seasons. Luckily, the fall seasons start at the end of the week, so hopefully most of the players won't be out of action for long. Finally, congrats to the District Girls Varsity Bowling Team, including BMB's very own Kylie Person-Peary on winning the county championship on Sunday. Great job, girls. From BMB, I'm Connor Ward.
Thanks, Connor. The cancellations are unfortunate, but it's important to do the best for our safety of our athletes. Hopefully the rest of the seasons can continue safely.
Right. Stay tuned to BMB shows in the future for the latest news about sports in the district.
Well, that's it for this week's Midweek Update. We'll be back next week with all new stories from around the BMCHSD to bring you inside the parts of the community we don't always get to see.
Until then, I'm Haley Hepworth.
And I'm Hannah Broxmeyer, and we'll see you all next Midweek.
It's recording now, baby. What's up, everybody? This is Robin Bickham Show. I'm here with Bickham. Who was the last person you got to see?
I don't know at this point. I think there was the guy after Tony Hawk. I don't know.
Tim Tebow?
That was
The guy who's talking about love?
the guy with the. I don't know.
White shirt that said kindly?
Yeah.
That's Tim Tebow. Oh my god.
Tim. I don't know.
Don't tell me you're looking up Tim Tebow.
I'm actually not. I'm just waiting for.
Thank God. How do you not know who Tim Tebow is? Will you crunch it? Bickham, how do you not know this?
I can't think of
You're looking it up. Oh my gosh. Guys, he's looking it up. They would crunch. It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Where they would squeeze that, and like in the commercials, they would go like this and squeeze everyone's head. Okay, Bickham. Yep. Go ahead and do your push-up. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, Bickham.
Wow, look at his form now. See, that was
Not bad.
right? Good work. He's looking forward too. Not tucking the chin.
He's just laughing too much.
I'm impressed, Bickham.
You're gonna fold.
I got 8.
That was good, Bickham. From the first day I had you doing push-ups? Don't tell you, Bickham. Don't tell you.
You're confusing everybody. Don't worry, she's done. Probably just pulling a prank.
Pulling a prank?
Yes. You're out. We're out. Don't worry.
Bickham, talk to me right now. If you just pull a prank on me, Bickham,
I didn't.
and we're going to have a long discussion.
Just shut the walkie-talkie off.
Alright, you guys are done. Sorry about that. It wasn't me. It was you. It was Bickham's fault. What? No!